Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy Tactics walkthrough. We've got some cutscenes here. So this one actually activates as soon as you try to leave Igros Castle. So, yeah. I think I actually had to reset my game because I didn't realize that this cutscene was going to trigger and I didn't have my capture software going, so oopsies. No big deal though, I saved plenty, so it didn't end up being an issue. But alright, so anyways, we've got what appears to be Ovelia's room. And alright, so where did he escape to? You search over there. He was wounded trying to escape. He must still be near. So there's a familiar face. Olin, are you okay? What an awful wound. Be strong. Ovelia, Your Highness, I must tell you. Don't speak. I know just what you're saying. Oh, man, I'm horrible. All right, my stepfather Orlando didn't betray. Nice feeling with. Okay. All right, so Olen's filling Ovelia in on what Orlando has been doing, and Ovelia actually says that that's her uncle, which I didn't know that. So kind of interesting. Small world. Highness, are you safe? Please open this door. Which means then Olen would be Ovelia's cousin, right? I think. Well, no, I'm sorry. Olen is actually not a blood son of Orlando. So cousin-in-law, I guess. I don't know. Is that a thing? You there, leave this room. Alright. So Delita wants the knights out. I assume that means he wants to say something without the knights knowing. Please don't be rough on Owen. Well, he's already wounded. I mean, such a foolish thing you did, Olin. You traitor. You're a traitor. But please, you know you wanted this too. Look around. See anyone who's really saddened? You should thank me for killing your father. Now nobody will be after him. Stop that nonsense. Okay? Why did you do such a thing? Told you I'd make you into a real monarch. You liar. You're just trying to use me. Don't trust me? Well, I'd like to trust you, but let's talk to Olin. Go to your room. Please be gentle with him. So, okay, my take here on this scene is that Ovelia doesn't actually know the truth, that Delita didn't kill Orlando. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. Actually, no, that doesn't. I don't know if that really makes sense, because Olin is saying at the beginning there how Orlando didn't betray Gultana. Do it in one death blow. Okay, yeah, so I actually had to go back and look at Olin's dialogue again, and it doesn't make sense. There wouldn't, or Ovelia shouldn't think that Delita actually did kill Orlando, because Olin says there right away that Orlando is traveling with Ramza to stop the High Priest's plot. So that doesn't actually make sense. So she shouldn't think that Delita killed Orlando. But anyways. So Delita here is revealing his actual plan to Olin. And here is where it gets interesting. So he reveals his plot right in front of, I think that her name is Balmfula or something like that. And she was sent by the church, obviously, to keep an eye on Delita. And I assume to kill him if he turned on the church. But obviously, she's not able to kill him. I believe if you look at the Brave story and you look at her entry, it says something about the fact that she, like, I don't know if she, like, fell in love with him or something, but she couldn't kill him. And I believe you're kind of led to believe that Delita kills her, but that doesn't actually happen. He does not kill her. She still ends up being alive. All right, so anyways, kind of an interesting turn of events there. I think a lot of the mystery or the twists and turns about this game is kind of taking guesses at what people know and what they don't, and intentions. And Ovelia there obviously was, still listening to everything that was going on. And the big question is really what's going on in her mind. Like, what does she think about Delita, and is he indeed trying to help her, or is he just trying to use her? And unfortunately, though, there isn't a whole lot of answers when it comes to Ovelia's state of mind. I think they leave that pretty open to interpretation. But anyways, all right. So Zalbag here brings a chemist to his father's tomb, or whatever place of burial, cemetery, whatever this is, and the chemist essentially confirms what was it Raffle was saying about, or when Raffle was talking to Dystarg there about how, basically he was alluding to the fact that Dystarg may have been the one that killed or had Balbane's poisoned. And again, here, this is what confirms that. Obviously, the fact that the moss fungus is growing around the tomb of Balbane. So that question, I think, is put to rest there, and I suppose you could say his suspicion of Dystarg's involvement in their father's murder is confirmed there with that scene. So, anyways, all right. So let's continue on here. I obviously took a big cut there, just me traveling across to the Mandalia Plains. I didn't want to, run into any random encounters, so I just saved on my way where I could. And all right, so here we are arriving at Igros Castle, and obviously Ramza knows that Zalbag is here. This is it. Now, this doesn't make sense to me. Why would there be a switch on the outside of the castle that opens up the gate? Just a thought. It doesn't seem like a good place for a switch to open the gate. All right, anyways. Might be just a little bit of a design flaw at Igros Castle. Design flaw in our favor. This is another one of the areas where we'll have to battle a couple. I think this is a couple of battles in a row. Let me check to make sure. Yes, maybe. It looks like it. No, I'm sorry. I think this is actually one battle, and then I think it's like a two-part battle where, like, you kill off one guy and then another one appears. So, but it doesn't end up actually being two separate battles. So, all right, the Duke's dying ones. So here, obviously, Zalbag is confronting Dystarg as to whether or not he killed off Balbane's. No. Capture him. Brother! Zalbag! Brother! Alright. Defeat Dystarg's elder brother. What? I feel like that was a typo there. Dystarg doesn't have an elder brother. He is the elder brother. Oh well. Alright. Oh, what's going on here? No, we don't want to quit the game. Let's get out of here. Alright. So Dystarg's got a defender. If you want another one of those, go ahead and grab one. I've already duplicated a billion of them, so I'm not going to bother. But here I'm just kind of checking out what the Loon Knight is. Slaughters enemy with various sword skills. I actually don't know what Loon Knight technically is. I think he's got the ability to break equipment. But there must be something that differentiates Loon Knight from whatever Meliodol is, right? Because Meliodol is the one that can break equipment as well. And here, Zalbag's an Arc Knight, which I believe was the same job as Elmdor. So he should have the same abilities. I don't know what those abilities are right off the top of my head, but and here, unfortunately, I really didn't let anybody live long enough to see any of their cool abilities. So my bad. Holy swordsman. Alright. I think if Zalbag gets knocked out here, I think, he's basically a guest, and that you don't have to worry about not really anything. He'll just be knocked out. Here, I'm gonna destroy Zalbag's weapon. I didn't want him using any fancy weapon skills on me. Haha! So suck it. Alright, so that's that. Now, I believe here, this is what's going to trigger the next part of the battle. If only you hadn't interfered. This would have been ours. The Beowulfs, you fools. So there's an interesting little, I don't know, aspect to this battle where if you charm these knights before Dystarg makes the transformation here, the knights will still stick around for the second part of the battle. Whether or not you find that useful or not is, up to you. For me, I just didn't care. I'm gonna just slaughter this guy anyway, so I didn't find there. See, so he makes them disappear if they're still like considered enemies. But again, if you have them charmed, they'll stick around and help you out for the next part of the battle. Even a swordman. There you go. So there you have the final confirmation that Zalbag killed Bilbains. So. And there, apparently, he's got the ability to teleport people away, which I'm not really sure why he didn't use that ability on us, but whatever. Defeat Adramelch. Okay, let's do that. So, alright. I'm not sure if any of these other characters are really going to get many. Yeah, okay. We'll get a hit in on him. Boom. Oh. Even Agrius is so powerful right now. So I believe at this point in the game, I had monkeyed around with Agrius's level. So basically, I leveled her back down to level 1 using Degenerator. No, it actually wasn't the Degenerator trap. I didn't like that method, but I used the monster skill ability and then had the mind flares. And if you use that, they have an ability called Level Blast, and it reduces the level of whoever you use it on by 1. And so I leveled her all the way down. Actually, I get her, switched her job to dancer, then leveled her down all the way to 1, and then leveled her back up as a ninja the entire way. And she ended up getting, a decent amount of speed due to that. And then what else did I get? I think it's a really good amount of physical attack power. So she ended up being much more powerful than she normally is. Wow, he just dropped he just said shit. That's interesting. Huh, I think that's the only swear word they use here in this game. Pretty weak, but hey, whatever. Anyways, alright, so that's it. Adramelch is down. Dystarg finally eats it. There's a little payback for Dad. So, and I think this is the Capricorn Stone. This is the end of the Beowulfs. Well, I mean, not really, unless Ramza decides not to have kids, right? What's important is how you live your life. Alma, I must save Alma. There, and Alma could have kids too. I mean, it's not necessarily the end of Belbanes. Maybe he meant it figuratively. Maybe, that after learning the truth, people wouldn't respect the name anymore. I'm not sure. But Ramza is a shining example of the name, so I don't know. I'm inclined to believe that the name would live on. That's my 2 cents, though. But anyways, we are out of time. So as always, hope this guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.